So the question is black really beautiful? But the black is in quotes. Now, you can say black is really beautiful, which is fine, but there are two things you need to remember. There's blackness as a metaphor, because not all of you actually are literally black. There's blackness just as a literal application. Just say, oh, I'm black, just like the color black. So there are two things. But here's the issue. Blackness is not an identity, it's a description. It's not an identity. It's what someone says, that's what you look like. So it's not an identity, it's a description that you look like. For example, you have a cow, you have a white cow. When I say a cow, I'm not describing it. That is the name, that's what a cow is. But when I say it's a white cow or a black cow, that is a description to differentiate it from another cow. Okay, this is the issue. When I say, is black really beautiful? It depends on what you mean. Some people say black is really beautiful to mean I am beautiful. Blackness is not you, it's the description of you. So when you say black is beautiful and you say yes, there are two things you're doing. You're saying you are blackness yourself. So most of the time I prefer someone to say, for example, you say I am beautiful. That's exactly what makes sense. But when you say black is beautiful, blackness is a description of you. So what you're qualifying is not you, it's your description. So when people think, I don't know whether they're getting what I'm saying, but when people say black is really beautiful, what they want to say is I am beautiful. But when you want to say I am beautiful, why can't you say that? Why can't you just say I am beautiful? Or a South Sudanese is beautiful, or a Kenyan is beautiful, or an Ethiopian is beautiful. But what you're doing here, you're describing you're qualifying a description, which is what people think you are. Let me give you an example of three people. You know Barack Obama. Maybe some of you who watch CNN, Soledad O'Brien, and myself. You look at the three of us. We don't look the same, but we are described as the same color. Why is that? What is the relationship between the three of us is not the color, it's our heritage. Which is what? Yes. So Barack has connection with Africa. I have connection with Africa. Soledad has connection with Africa. That is what combines us. It's not the color. Because if you look at the color, it's just ridiculous. So we don't think much about these things because we've been brought up to think that way. We've been brought up. And if I say black is not beautiful, what comes to mind is people think I'm rejecting myself. I'm not rejecting myself. I'm rejecting a tradition that has been placed on me, which I can redefine now. I can redefine who I want to be, not what I find in books. But we'll not go out here all and let's say today, oh, we are not black. That's not what we will do. But we can question it. We can question that essence. And that's where things begin. So if you say black is really beautiful, you owe it to your audience to say what exactly you mean. Blackness is not you, it's your description. It's just like whiteness is not Europeanness. Whiteness is a description of the Europeans. So they are two separate things. So that is my answer to you. But if you have any question, you can ask later because of time. So as I said, blackness has been assumed as an identity, but it's not an identity. It's a description. But then you can put a metaphor as a metaphorical application to us, which is, it makes sense. If you say you're a black person because it's a metaphor that presents you, then it makes sense. Then there's an issue of blackness as applied. I was watching Miss whatever, I don't know, Miss World or Miss something. And they were being asked one question. The question is, what animal, if you were to be an animal, would you be and why? And a lady from South Africa said something. She said she wanted to be a panther, a black panther, because a panther is black and elegant, and she's a beautiful black woman, just like the panther. Now I was like, okay, what is she talking about? She's saying Black panther. You know the blackness of the panther. Are you familiar with that animal? That look like a big cat, but it's black. So she says she wants to be a panther because panther is black and elegant. But remember, the blackness of the panther and her blackness are totally different. So she's now confusing the metaphorical application of blackness and the literal application of blackness, which where the confusion comes in. So if you go with a metaphor, and if you go to that is literal, then it doesn't make any sense at all. So just think about it. Like I said, I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just provoking you to think. That's the purpose of this. So, and we are talking here, I don't think I told you anything. But I just told you something to think about.